This week, I'm going to show you why, if you're going to be truly successful with inbound marketing, you have to be more than just unique, you have to be remarkable. So how do you make yourself stand out even if you're in a crowded, competitive field? Well, I'm going to show you how next. Hi, this is Jeff Lovett, and with inbound marketing, you no longer interrupt people who don't want or need what you're selling. Instead, you spend your time and your money creating valuable and remarkable content that allows you to get found instead. So far, so good, but to make sure Google recommends you in searches and that prospects click on your site instead of your competition, your company's value proposition has to be remarkable. You have to be remarkable. Listen, I'm going to break it down for you in plain English. Just writing a bunch of blogs or recording some fancy marketing videos and expecting that to take your business that is ho-hum or pretty much like all the other businesses out there and suddenly make it remarkable is just unrealistic. You're not going to fool prospects for very long, and you're not going to fool Google for very long either. If people do click on your site and start to do business with you and find you to be less than remarkable, you can pretty much count on them to go right back to where they found you, the internet, and let people know about their less than stellar experience. And Google will index those reviews right along with everything else on the internet. And before you know it, you're no longer showing up on search queries like you once did. So it all starts with creating a truly remarkable promise to potential customers. So how do you do that, especially in such a crowded marketplace? Well, you have to start with a winning inbound marketing strategy. Now, if you're in business, you can probably identify a market leader who educates customers and who then forces the rules upon other lesser-known competitors like you and me. Those companies or individuals have been able to create a winning strategy that has elevated them to this coveted position. You probably know the kind of people I'm talking about. Martha Stewart, Steve Jobs, James Dyson, that English guy who created that expensive vacuum cleaner that really sucks up stuff with a cyclone. So what did they do? Well, there's two ways to create a winning inbound strategy in an era that's got remarkable content that spreads quickly and you face more competition than ever. The first strategy is to think out across traditional marketplaces to alternatives, not just your competition. So basically, instead of just doing what your competition does and trying to do it better, you find a need or a want in the marketplace and you come up with a unique solution to meet it. And that gives you plenty of opportunities to create remarkable content. Now, a great example of that is my friend Paul Blau and his business, Blau Tech. A few years ago, Paul realized that he would never really stand out if he just kept doing what everybody else in the IT industry did, exchange money for time. So he did something a little different. He looked at the marketplace and he asked himself, what do my customers really want? What he found out was that they wanted someone to just take care of all their IT problems, the backups, the patches, the updates, the virus protection. His customers just didn't want to worry about it anymore. So Paul pivoted his business, and instead of just charging people by the hour for computer work, he started switching his customers over to an all-inclusive one price pays for everything service plan. And it's been a winning strategy. Because Blau Tech does something truly remarkable, now they can create truly remarkable content. And when people go looking for IT help on the internet, it leads them naturally right to their door. The second winning strategy for being found with inbound marketing is to be the best in the world at what you do while still following traditional market rules. Now, if you're not the world's best within your market, you have to refine your market more narrowly until you find a niche where you can be the absolute best. Now, a great example of this are my friends at TrueLock Chokes. George TrueLock started out back in the early 80s as a gunsmith who would make almost any part of a gun, but he realized that the one part he was really good at making was something called a choke. It's a tube that screws into the end of the shotgun's barrel that helps change the pattern of the shot. Now, George decided to specialize and make just that one part. It took a little while for him to really perfect what he does, but now TrueLock Chokes is considered by many in the industry to be the best choke tube manufacturer in the world. They are the experts, and because of that, they have a real edge when it comes to remarkable content. So whether your strategy is to find a non-traditional method in your marketplace or to become the very best in the world at what you do or at what you sell, You can't start your inbound marketing unless you first have a strategy for being remarkable, and then use that strategy for the basis of creating remarkable content. Let's go back to the beginning of these lessons on inbound marketing for just a quick refresher. The whole reason that we're going to all this effort to write blogs or shoot marketing videos in the first place is to get found by people looking for answers to their questions and help with their problems. And once they find us, we have to remember they don't immediately convert into prospects or customers. Many of these people will keep interacting with our content for weeks, sometimes months, before they decide to go any further. So we can't just dump a bunch of content on our site and never update it. To turn these faceless visitors into real leads, we have to keep our strategy going and keep making more and more content available, anticipating their questions, their needs, their desires, their problems, providing remarkable solutions and not stopping. Is it easy? No. I produce 52 weekly marketing videos every single year. And I produce 52 weekly blogs on my website, Summerhill Digital, every single year as well. That's 104 pieces of content. And these are not easy things to make. The weekly video that you see every week, either in your email or maybe watch online, takes me about 4 or 5 hours to put together. 4 or 5 hours every single week. But is it worth it? Well, consider this. Last year alone, over 25,000 people watched my marketing videos on YouTube. 25,000. Now you tell me, is it worth 4 or 5 hours a week of my time to do this so that 25,000 people will watch me in a year? I think it is. So how can you get those kind of results? Well, the next step of our goal is to create a content machine. And I'm going to show you how to do that next week. In the meantime, click on the button below and let me know how Summerhill Digital can help you get started. We are offering a free 30-minute personal marketing consultation that'll help you get on the road to finally getting your own content machine cranked up and running. It's absolutely free, no charge, no obligation, so click on the button and let's get started. Hey, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.